I missed my mother's birthday. Then they called me the black sheep. In 2025, life moved fast, and Marcus Reed was always trying to keep up. He lived alone in a small but neat apartment on the south side of the city. Every morning, he woke before sunrise, pulled on his jacket, and headed out to work. Marcus worked 2 jobs, not because he wanted luxury, but because he wanted stability. He believed that one day, his hard work would finally earn him respect in a family where he always felt invisible. That morning, his phone buzzed on the kitchen counter. A reminder flashed briefly, Mom's birthday, then disappeared as another work notification pushed it away. Marcus frowned. "I'll call her later," he muttered, grabbing his bag. Later never came. The day swallowed him whole. A patient emergency at his first job. A surprise shift at the second. By the time he got home, his body ached and his mind felt heavy. He collapsed onto his bed, shoes still on, and slept like someone running from a storm. It wasn't until the next afternoon that his phone exploded with messages. Not 1, not 2, but dozens. Family group chat. Missed calls. Voice notes. His chest tightened as he opened the first message, from his older sister, Naomi. "So you really couldn't show up for Mom's birthday?" Marcus sat up. Birthday. His heart dropped. He scrolled faster. "Everyone was there except you. You always do this." "Mom," cried Marcus. His hands began to shake. He immediately called his mother. The phone rang, and rang, and rang. "No answer," Marcus whispered. "No, no, no." He checked the calendar again. There it was. Bold. Unforgiving. Yesterday. He had missed it. For the first time in years, Marcus felt like that little boy again. The one who was always trying, always late, always wrong. He typed quickly into the group chat. "I'm so sorry. I honestly forgot. Work overwhelmed me. I didn't mean to hurt anyone." The reply came instantly. From his uncle. "Excuses. You've always been different." Different. That word followed him his whole life. Before he could respond, another message appeared, this one from his mother. "Don't bother explaining. I see where I stand in your life." Marcus stared at the screen until his eyes burned. One missed birthday. And suddenly, it felt like his entire place in the family had been erased. Sunday came with heavy clouds and heavier silence. Marcus decided he had to show up in person. Messages could be misunderstood. Tone could be twisted. But presence spoke louder than words. He drove to his mother's house with a cake on the passenger seat and a knot in his stomach. When he arrived, the house was full. Cars lined the street. Laughter spilled from the living room. His family was gathered, without him. He took a deep breath and knocked. The door opened. Naomi stood there, arms crossed. "You finally remembered we exist," she said coldly. "Please," Marcus replied softly. "I just want to see Mom." She stepped aside without a word. The room went quiet when he walked in. His younger brother avoided his eyes. His aunt whispered something under her breath. His uncle shook his head slowly, like Marcus had confirmed something they always believed. Their mother sat in her favorite chair. She didn't smile. Marcus walked forward, holding out the cake. "Happy belated birthday, Mom," he said gently. "I messed up. I'm sorry." She looked at the cake, then at him. "You forgot," she said flatly. "I didn't forget you," Marcus replied. "I forgot the date." "There's a difference." His uncle scoffed. "There he goes again, always justifying himself." Naomi added, "You've always been the black sheep, Marcus. Everyone shows up. You disappear." That word hit him like a slap. Black sheep. The room murmured in agreement. Marcus felt something crack inside him. "All my life," he said quietly, "I've tried to prove I belong here. I help when I can. I give when I have. I show up in ways nobody notices. But the one time I fail, just once, you label me." His mother stood up slowly. "If family mattered to you," she said, "you would have remembered." Marcus nodded, pain filling his chest. "Then maybe," he said softly, "I've been part of this family only when it's convenient." Silence swallowed the room. He placed the cake gently on the table. "I'm sorry for missing your birthday," he said again. "But I won't accept a name that's been waiting to be used against me." He turned and walked out. This time, no one stopped him. Outside, the sky opened up, rain pouring down like it had been holding back just for him. Marcus stood there, soaked, realizing something painful but true. Sometimes, one mistake doesn't create the label. It only reveals the one they already gave you. Marcus did not go home immediately. He drove past familiar streets, past places where he once waited for approval he never received. He parked near a quiet riverwalk, sat in his car, and finally allowed himself to feel everything he had been holding back. Anger, shame, grief. Not because he missed a birthday, but because missing it confirmed what he had always feared. He had never been forgiven for being different. Marcus remembered being a child, standing at the edge of family gatherings. He wasn't loud like Naomi. He didn't shine like his younger brother. He was the one who listened, who helped quietly, who stayed late to clean up after everyone else left. Yet no one remembered those things. They remembered the absence. They magnified the mistakes. They ignored the effort. That night, he turned his phone off. For the first time, Marcus chose silence, not as punishment, but as protection. The next few days were strange, peaceful, heavy, but honest. Without the family group chat buzzing, Marcus focused on himself. He showed up to work, ate better, slept deeper. He started writing again, something he hadn't done since college. Journaling helped him put words to feelings he never had permission to express. One entry stood out. "Why do I keep proving myself to people who decided my role long ago?" By Friday, messages piled up. Missed calls. Voicemails. He didn't listen. Not yet. For once, he wasn't running back to apologize for existing. A week later, Naomi showed up unannounced. Marcus opened the door, surprised. She looked uncomfortable, defensive, tired. "Mom wants a family meeting," she said. "You can't just disappear like this." Marcus leaned against the doorframe. "I didn't disappear," he replied calmly. "I stopped explaining." She frowned. "You hurt her." "And she hurt me," he said. But nobody rushed to defend that. Naomi sighed. "You know how she is." "That's the problem," Marcus answered. "Everyone knows. And everyone accepts it, except me." There was a long pause. Finally, Naomi said, "They think you're punishing the family." Marcus shook his head slowly. "No. I'm choosing myself." She didn't know what to say to that. The meeting was set for Sunday. When Marcus walked into his mother's living room again, the energy was different. Quieter. Less confident. His mother sat across from him, hands folded. "I didn't raise you to forget me," she began. Marcus looked her in the eye. "And I didn't grow up to be disposable." The room went still. He continued, voice steady. "I missed your birthday. I apologized. But the way I was spoken to, called the black sheep, that wasn't about one day. That came from years of judgment." His uncle shifted uncomfortably. His mother swallowed. "I was hurt." "I know," Marcus said. "But hurt doesn't justify labels." For the first time, his mother's voice softened. "I didn't know you felt this way." Marcus nodded. "That's because I was never asked." Silence filled the room, not hostile this time, but thoughtful. Something had changed. Not healed, but cracked open. Sunday evening stretched longer than anyone expected. No one rushed to speak after Marcus finished. The room felt unfamiliar, like a house that had been rearranged in the dark. His mother cleared her throat. "When you were younger," she said slowly, "you were quiet, independent. I worried you didn't need me." Marcus blinked. That was not what he expected. So you leaned into the children who demanded you, she continued. The loud ones. The needy ones. Naomi looked up sharply. Mom, that's not fair. It is fair, their mother interrupted. I just never said it out loud. Marcus felt a strange ache in his chest. So because I didn't beg, he asked, I became invisible? His mother's eyes filled. I thought you were strong enough. That sentence, "You're strong," had followed Marcus his entire life. Strong enough to wait. Strong enough to forgive. Strong enough to take less. That strength cost me, Marcus said quietly. It taught me to disappear politely. No one argued. His uncle rubbed his hands together, uncomfortable. We might have been hard on you, he admitted. But families need unity. Marcus looked at him calmly. Unity that requires one person to shrink isn't unity. It's convenience. The room fell silent again. This time, it was Naomi who spoke. I called you the black sheep, she said, voice tight. But the truth is, you were the mirror. You made us uncomfortable because you didn't play the roles we understood. Marcus exhaled slowly. For the first time, the word black sheep felt lighter, like it was losing its power. After the meeting, Marcus went home alone. No dramatic reconciliation. No forced hugs. No fake laughter. Just truth. And that was enough, for now. The story doesn't end here. Sit back and relax as we bring you the next episode on Mirror Wealth Stories. Will Marcus finally receive true forgiveness from his family, or will he have to walk his path alone? The next episode will reveal everything. Don't forget to subscribe for more powerful stories. Like, comment, share, and turn on your notification bell so you don't miss what comes next.